fam. Welcome to another day in my life that I am filming just for you. So today I have a pin video for you guys. It's gonna be my pin collection slash a like year in review type of video thing. I don't know. It's like a look at the last year of my life through the eyes of my pins that I collect. Weird hobby. Weird flex, but okay. Anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. And there's a car. Oh, one more thing. I just wanted to quickly say before we start the video, I have a lot of ideas for this channel in the coming year. So I'm really excited to kind of start implementing a few more things. I really want this channel to grow. I want to connect more with you guys, and I just want us to be, friends, okay? I want us to be friends. So hopefully you guys like today's video, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the new kind of direction that my channel is going to be going in. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go. Alright, so let's start off the video with this Paris pin. Now, as y'all know, I've had this pin collection for a while now, and most people in my life know that I collect pins, which is great because when my cousin went to France for her birthday, she went to Paris, she got this pin for me, and she brought it back, and I really like it, really grateful for it. I think it's such a cute little addition to my pin collection. It is a pin of the French flag. And this pin right here was created by a YouTuber named Julien Solomita. I'll leave his channel down below so you can go and check him out, as well as a few of my favorite vlogs that he's done. All of that will be in the description. Anyway, so he's one of the most inspirational artists in my life. I love the art he makes with his vlogs, honestly. Like, I consume his content pretty much daily. When I found out that he loved pins as much as I did, pretty much solidified him as like one of my favorite YouTubers. So, I get pens whenever I travel, but I also get pens to represent, you know, people and things that I love as well. So I got this pen to support him, you know, but also because I love his videos, and I wanted this pen to represent the fact that as a YouTuber, I really can't go anywhere without an SD card anymore. So, but yeah, I got this pen because of Julien, and because I love him, I love his content, and I really wanted to support him. So this is the United Arab Emirates flag. I got this pin when I went to a conference in Germany. I was there to represent the UAE, and I did a pretty good job, got an award for it. It's a long story, I don't really need to go into it, but that's what this pin is. I like it, it's pretty cute. I got this pin in Germany. The other pin I got on the plane ride to Germany. This was the pin that I like actually got inside the country. Anyway, gosh, what is the story with this? Oh, I know. Okay. My friends and I were on our way to a masquerade ball. Yeah, and I needed a mask, otherwise I couldn't go. And so I'd heard this place called Marienplatz. We went there, and there was a merchant on the street, and she was selling these pins in her little, like, caravan thing, whatever you call them. And so I got this, and then we went to H&M, and then I got a masquerade mask, and I think I might do a story time about my whole trip in Germany, because it's a lot of stuff happened, you know, it's a lot, so I will probably save the story for another day. Again, so this is all part of a possible story time, but I still want to share these two pins with you guys. I got these pins in England. I had an overnight in London, so I got them at Heathrow Airport, where I had to spend the night in the airport. I loved it. My friends did not like the experience. It's again a pretty long story, but I ended up staying in this like really nice pod room, and my friends slept in the cafe chairs downstairs in the airport, and it's a whole ass long story. But I ended up watching ITV and eating really yummy food while laying in a really nice bed. Oh, I watched the Dan and Phil live stream, which was so cool because it was like the first time I got to watch them live, and we were in the same time zone. And okay, you know what? I'm gonna cut myself off right here because I could talk about Dan and Phil for hours and never get exhausted. But that's what this pin, or that's what these pins represent. They also represent my trip to Dublin, because I didn't get a pin while I was in Dublin, which is really annoying. I'm gonna order one online probably right now to represent that. Moving on, dude, for the life of me, I cannot remember where I got these pins. Okay, I know I got them in a Sephora. I feel like I was in Canada, but dude, I could have been in Houston. I really don't know. I really don't know. But, you know, I got them because I love makeup, and they were cute, and they're part of the, like, you know, they were in that the rewards thing. You know what I'm talking about. Don't make me explain it, please. I can't. I don't want to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. You know, it's like the rewards program thing, and you get you know, but usually they have makeup. But this time they had pens, and I was like, for sure I'm gonna get this. So I got them, and I like them because they represent makeup, and I love to wear makeup. So yeah. Oh, I'm excited about this one. Okay, so there is a duo band called Sylvan Esso. I've been following them from like their first ever single back like God, like 6-7 years ago or something like that. And there is not a song from them that I don't know by heart. They are my favorite band, and they wrote my favorite song ever, which is actually it's actually called Song. Anyway, I've seen them live, and I basically love them. And this pen is for their album What Now, which I bet you already know happens to be my favorite album of all time. Besides All We Know Is Falling by Paramore. Yeah. I guess I'm kind of emo. Whatever. Anyway, I love this band and I love this album, so I got this pin to represent them and how much I adore them. Honestly, I think this might be my favorite pin of all of them. Alright, so I got this in Beverly Hills, as you can probably see by the name on it. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. I went to California and I got this in Beverly Hills. Oh, I saw Jaden Smith while on a TMZ bus in Beverly Hills. I think it was Beverly Hills. I don't know. Could have been someplace else. Who knows? But yeah, this represents Beverly Hills. Oh, also Santa Monica, because I don't have a Santa Monica pin. Couldn't find a Santa Monica pin anywhere, which sucks because I think it's my favorite city I've ever been to. So this pin represents Beverly Hills and Santa Monica. I got this pin somewhere in downtown Toronto. It may have been in a mall. I don't know. I really liked it though. Toronto, I mean. I love Toronto so much. It's in my top favorite cities of all time. My favorite city in the world is Helsinki, Finland, which is a really weird city to like, but I love it. I love the way it sounds. Helsinki is my favorite word. And yeah, but I love Toronto. It's like number 3, I think, in terms of favorite cities. I got this in the city of Niagara-on-the-Lake. It's this sweet little town. I think it may be the most beautiful city I've ever seen, like in my entire life. I went in winter, so it was snowing and the whole place was covered in snow. It was like a storybook. Funny story, I was in a tour bus going around the city. Oh my, the tour guide. Oh, he was such a sweetheart. Bless his heart. Every time he would bring up something about the United States, he would look right at me. And I was like, hi. Hello. It's nice to see you. And there was a moment where he was talking about how the US and Canada are one of the biggest trading partners together, and he was talking about how he really hopes that stays the same, and he looked right at me, and I was like, whoa, dude, I don't know, just because I'm American doesn't mean I have a direct line to the freaking White House. Like, I don't know what Trump's gonna do. Like, oh my god, like, he was dead ass looking at me like, so what's gonna happen? I'm like, dude. Anyway, that's what this pen represents. Okay, so do I even need to explain this one? This is the official pin for the album, Sweeter by Ariana Grande. I love her. I stan her. She's my queen. I am her loyal minion. Do I need to say anything else? Okay, let's just go to the next one. I got this pin while I was visiting Monterey in California. I loved this city. It was so picturesque. I made a video featuring the city. If you want to check it out, it'll be somewhere, I think, like above the screen right now. But yeah, I started my YouTube channel as a way to document myself traveling, among like other reasons for starting it. But that was one of the big ones, was that I wanted to really be kind of like a travel channel through my eyes. So this was one of the first places that I went to when I first bought my camera and started this channel. So yeah, I plus it's just like such a fun pin to look at, isn't it? Really love this pin. Did you know that Marblehead, Massachusetts had the first Navy of the United States? No? Well, neither did I, but I was told it multiple times when I was here. But no, the people here are really kind. They're really sweet. I got this pin in this very sweet, very historically notable city in Massachusetts. Yeah, I like this city a lot. It's really sweet. It's very charming. And I like the pin a lot. I got these pins in Niagara Falls at the top of the Skyline Tower. And I got the first pin, I think, at the Skyline Tower, and the second pin I got, I think, outside of a Tim Hortons. I just thought they were really cute and small. I had to get them. And even though I have a million Canadian pins, pretty much, I really liked being there. I really liked Canada. It's such a sight. Niagara is such a place to be, and I got to go up when, during the winter, when half of the falls, it was frozen. If you don't know, Niagara Falls is split between two countries, the United States and Canada. And during the winter, sometimes half of the New York side will freeze, and then the Canadian sides won't freeze at all. So I went during that time. I'll show you. What you see right now towards the left, that's all ice. That's the New York side. And then as it's panning to the right, that is all the Canadian side. My goodness, so pretty, right? It's a place that you could just get lost in for hours. I feel like I just got lost in Niagara for like a really long time, just looking at nature at its finest. I got this pin in New York at the United Nations headquarters in the UN Plaza. It's a long story. It's kind of boring and very political and a strong part of my life. Yeah, but it's just a part that I don't really want to share with YouTube, or that I don't share with YouTube very often. It's the more serious side of me, and it's not that I am trying to hide parts of myself, from this channel. It's just that politics can be a very volatile subject, and many people on both sides of the American political spectrum can be a tad bit intolerant to other people's political views and opinions, and I'd just rather have a channel that's here to unify, not divide. So you genuinely probably won't hear me talk about this very often, but I did want to put this in because it is a very strong part of my life, and I got this because I was in a fellowship for UNI USA, and it represents a part of me, so yeah. Okay, on to less heavy things. I got this pin in Boston. My cousin Madeline and I, we were visiting the ICA, which is the Institute for Contemporary Arts. Yeah. And I have to say that this museum, along with the John F. Kennedy Museum in Boston, are probably my favorite museums in the entire world. At the time, they had a black artist exhibit. It was breathtaking. It was honestly quite breathtaking. This was really probably one of my favorite experiences when I was in Boston, and look forward to a full-length Boston video one of these days when I get around to editing it, because I have a lot of really cool footage that I think you guys would really like. I hope you guys like. But I do love this pen. Love the quote, love the pen. This pin is from the CN Tower in Toronto. It's like the Canadian Empire State Building, I have a lot of Canadian pins, as you can see. I really like Canada. Actually, quick story time. I was in New York a couple of weeks before I went to Canada, and I almost got into this car accident in this Uber, and the guy driving my car, rolls down his window, and he starts screaming at the other guy, cursing him out like real good, and then the guy in the other car opens his window and just like flips him the bird, and just like non-stop back and forth, just cursing at each other, and I was like, this is the most New York thing I've ever witnessed, right? So I go to Canada. A couple weeks later, same thing happens, right? I almost get into a car accident in this Uber, but this time the guy, he rolls down his window and he's like, he looks at the other guy in the car. And he's like, "I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry." And I was just like, is he apologizing? Is he saying sorry? And then the other guy rolls down his window and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was a close one, eh?" And I was like, what the actual beep is happening right now? Canadians they're so nice. Anyway, I love this place. I went to CN Tower more than once. I really like it at night when it's really quiet and there's barely anyone there. You can really think, you know. I got this pin in Carmel, in California. I loved the colors of this pin when I saw it, and I just knew I had to get it. The city itself is a bit expensive, and the pin was a bit expensive, but it's one of my faves to look at. I just love the purples and the greens and everything. Just a nice pin to look at. I got this pin in Sausalito. I love how the trolley in the Golden Gate Bridge is like on this pin. I just saw it and I thought it was so nice. I had to get it. But anyway, like I said, I got this pin in Sausalito, which you have to cross the Golden Gate Bridge in order to get into the city. And as you can see here, I very much enjoyed crossing the Golden Gate Bridge and going into Sausalito and leaving it as well. So I got this pin because, wow, just look at it. It's so cute and represents a truly wonderful trip. I also made a video about this, which I will link so that you can watch it right after. Oh, and this is my kitty. Don't mind her. You just want some attention. Just want some hugs and kisses. Ooh, okay, this is the Hollywood Boulevard pin. I got this when I was in Los Angeles. I got it because it's a star, and you know, they just don't make a lot of pins in that type of a shape. And so I just really wanted it because I was like, this is really cool. This is really interesting. You know, I've never really seen a pin that looks like that, and I like it. I like the sparkles too. So I got this pin. I really like it. I think it's also another one of my favorites just because it's in a star and it's very unusual for a pin. And then this is my other San Francisco pin. I have a lot of San Francisco pins, yes. I got this pin in Fisherman's Wharf, I think. Yeah, I got this in Fisherman's Wharf. And in fact, I think I filmed myself getting it. I'll put that in so that you can see it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I filmed myself getting this. I love this pin a lot. It's the first pin that I bought in San Francisco, marking one of my favorite trips ever, honestly. This pin I got in Napa Valley, in Northern California. They have such good wine. Such good wine. I love how it looks like a little button. Isn't that adorable? I got this pin in Las Vegas. It's the picture of the Las Vegas sign, like the welcoming sign when you enter Vegas. And I drove into Vegas, so I got to see this. I also got to see the desert at night, which is truly a sight to see. Anyway, I got this in Circus Casino. And even though I was staying at the Vidara, but I actually filmed my whole vacation here, but I chose not to put any of it out on the internet because well, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. This is my Pebble Beach pin. I was only in this city for a couple of hours because it is ridiculously expensive. Like, Google this place. It's very interesting, honestly. The whole city is gated, which should give you an indication of how wealthy the people who live here are. Did you know they actually filmed a Big Little Lies here? Cool fact, right? Cool fact. This is my UNA USA pin. I got this in Washington, D.C. I went to Congress and visited a bunch of senators, blah, 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 politics. It's a fun memory. I love Washington, D.C. I loved going to the White House, even though I couldn't go inside. This was a great trip. I met a lot of really great, genuinely wonderful people on this trip, so I'm happy to have this pin. I got this pin in New York City, and I spent hours looking for a pin that I really liked until I found this one. I was with my cousin and her now fiance. She's engaged now, which is great. Plus a friend of mine. And we went all around New York City trying to find a pin. And we ended up just like touring the entire city. It was really crazy. I saw Hilary Duff. She was filming her TV show Younger. And I Snapchatted the entire thing. And my friends hated me because my story was just like 20 minutes long of me literally just staring at Hilary Duff for like 20 minutes. It was really, I had people Snapchatting me like, why? And I'm like, I'm sorry, she's so cool. But anyway, this pin is of Lady Liberty, and I went on a boat to go see her. And she is just as lovely in person as she is in this pin. Got this pin to represent my home. I am from the great state of Texas. Hello. Hi, how are y'all? And I've been to way too many cities in Texas. So if I had collected a pin from every city I've been to, I'd have like 40 pins. So I got this pin instead to just kind of represent my home and everywhere that I've been to in the great state of Texas. Well, you've made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching that full video. I hope that you enjoyed it and learned something about me. And maybe you like me now? Do you like me? Because if you do, you can hit that subscribe button. You can hit that notification bell so you always know when I make new videos. And you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on Facebook if you want. Add me as a friend if you want to. Weird flex, but okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you guys in my next video. It's been solid.